All right, Wyatt, what are we gonna make for dinner tonight?
Lasagna.
Lasagna, you gonna help me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through this real quick. Pretty easy. Pound of ground beef, bag of Parmesan, a 12-ounce can of cottage cheese, and an 8-ounce bag of mozzarella, box of oven-ready lasagna, whatever spaghetti sauce you want. We're just gonna use Prego traditional, and then some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning. We're gonna brown this up with the garlic, the Italian seasoning. After that's done, we're gonna add our sauce. We're gonna leave just a little bit of sauce in the container because we gotta put some sauce at the bottom of the pan to begin with. And then we're gonna layer it up. We're gonna do noodles, sauce and hamburger, Parmesan. Noodles, sauce and hamburger, cottage cheese. Noodles, sauce and hamburger, mozzarella. That's it. Let's get going. Up your hands. That's fine. Stand next to your brother. Shake some of that Italian seasoning in there. Keep shaking. Keep shaking. Keep shaking. That's it. Shake some garlic in there. That's good. Pretty healthy, healthy amount of both. There we go. Probably about, I don't know, half a tablespoon of each. Now let's cook it up. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and brown up our hamburger right here in our Dutch oven. All right, our hamburger's done. We're just gonna kind of push it off to the side. Take some paper towels and get our grease out of there. That way we can go ahead and add our sauce to this. We still got a little bit left in the can to lay down for our first layer. Now we'll move on to moving our hamburger out of this so we can start layering everything into this bad boy. Okay, we're ready. So we took our hamburger meat sauce and we just moved it to another pan. Now we're ready to start layering. Pour some of that sauce in there, Wyatt. We gotta get some sauce on the bottom. That's good. Now spread it out around the bottom. We gotta make sure we get a thin layer on the bottom. We'll put just a little bit more on. Huh? There you go. Get it layered on the bottom, good. Good enough. Put that back in there. It doesn't have to be nothing fancy, just a layer on the bottom. It'll all melt together. And the first thing we do is layer up our noodles, which we're gonna have to break them to get them in place. Don't just crack it in half, but you gotta kind of fit it in there. Don't break that edge off. Set that down in there. Oh, a little bit more. Break that one in half, Wyatt. Just break it in half. Break it in half, in the middle. Right there. All right. Set. Don't set it on the table. Keep them in your hands. And put a layer of it down. Wait a sec, Cash. Here, you put all these small pieces in. Fill in the gaps. Well, not like that. Not much help, Cash, doing it that way.
Just set them in nicely. Just throw them
Now, obviously this is going to be easier in a square pan, but that doesn't really help us. We're out here cooking in a Dutch oven. So you kind of got to just fill in all the open areas. No, leave that there. You're going to start filling these pieces in. Fill those open areas in, Wyatt. Maybe that one goes there, huh? Like a puzzle. You can do the first one in the next layer. All right, we got kind of a layer of noodles in there, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We're out here camping. All right, Cash, stand back so your brother can do the hot stuff. Put about 4 or 5 scoops of that in there. Put it down. Another big scoop. Another big scoop. All right, now kind of smear it around. You want me to do it? You got it. Here, so we don't mess up our noodles. Let me see that, kiddo. So a layer of meat sauce. And then we'll do a layer of Parmesan cheese. All right, you two, sprinkle it in there. Me. Well, why don't you take a handful of it and sprinkle it in there, huh? Whoa, not all in one spot. Take a handful. Like this, Cash. And go like that. Okay. Put it in the pan. Put it in the pan. In the pan. You know, you tell them not to put it all in and go slow, and then they take it to the next level of slow. Come on. You know, sometimes I get what I ask for. All right, let me see the last little bit of that so we can get all of our edges.
Wait, is that cheese? Can we eat the cheese on the table?
No, try not to eat the cheese that's on the table.
That's good.
Okay, so there's a layer of cheese. Now we're gonna do another layer of noodles. Cash, you wanna put this noodle in?
Yeah.
Okay, set it in right in the middle.
Okay.
Right in the middle. Okay. You're not graceful. Hey. Let me break it so it gets broke the right way. And then you can put it in there. All right, put it in there. Here. Oh, there you go. Right there? Okay, can we not smash it into there? All right, Wyatt. Give me a sec. Doing this in a square or rectangle dish is a whole lot easier. Fill in the gaps. Take these pieces and fill in the gaps. Cash, that was already in a gap. Put it back in the hole. There you go. All right, good enough. More meat sauce. Watch out, Cash, that's warm.
into my meat sauce.
You need to get just a little bit bigger, and then you can do the meat sauce. One more scoop. All right. And let me spread it around so we don't mess up our noodles.
What is that? Listen. Is there anything else that we have to put in?
Yeah. That's what it looks like. And then we're going to do a layer of cottage cheese.
And do it.
This one we can't touch. You can scoop it in there.
Okay. Get my hand on toy. No. How are you going to scoop it? With the spoon?
Yeah. Want to scoop it out, Cash?
Yeah.
Scoop it out with the spoon.
Okay.
Scoop it out in there. Here. There you go. Plop it on in there. Here. Turn the spoon like that. Scoop it. Okay, one more scoop. Let me get it and you can flop it in there. How's that sound?
Good.
All right. Put it in there. Turn it upside down. Okay. All right, let me see that.
I did it.
You did it. Good job. Just clean it up a little bit.
Daddy.
Obviously, if you don't have a bunch of kids trying to help you, you could probably make it look a little bit prettier than what I got going on here, but it's gonna taste good. And these kids are learning while we're doing this, and they don't even know they're learning. Okay. Cash, want to put the first big one in?
Yeah.
Put it in.
I already did.
Well, you get to put all the other ones in, don't you? Because you're the big one, all right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You gonna fit it, or do I gotta break something? Don't smash it in there. How about we turn it like that to fit it more? There we go.
That's not me. Into our.
We're gonna have to practice with some Tetra with you. Put it in there. Tetris. Whatever that game is. No, turn it the other way.
It does really help you a lot in life.
It does. I mean, God, it's gonna be more important than trying to figure out numbers in boxes, I'll tell you what. All right, fill in all these other holes with that leftover stuff. Okay, give me a sec. Put this right there. Right there, put it there. Okay, good enough.
I have a toy.
You got some cheese on you?
Here, I got this. Take it.
Good enough, huh? All right, put the rest of that meat sauce in there. Hey, you got it. You can help with the cheese, okay?
Yummy.
All right, set the spoon in here. Grab that and dump her on in. Hold it more towards the center of this thing. All right, did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see it. Yep, got it. Here's our last layer. Meat sauce.
That meat sauce. Meat sauce. Daddy.
And we're gonna top it off with a bag of mozzarella.
I do it.
You guys can do it. I promise you. All right, you two. Mozzarella that bad boy up.
Drop it on the floor, please. Yeah. I want to do.
On this.
Thank goodness we're doing this outside. Otherwise, Mom would kill us, the mess you're making. You know, good thing all the other critters need to eat. Because you guys are doing your fair share of making sure that everyone else gets food. Oh, is the cheese good? All right, let's wrap this up.
Can spread it out.
Spread it out a little bit. Try not to get your hands down in the sauce.
Can spread it out.
You keep your hands out because they're just going to go all the way through. I know how you spread. All right, let's get to cooking this bad boy. Okay, there she is. We got a ring of coals around the bottom. We got a ring around the top. Yeah, and it's going to take probably somewhere in the 45 minutes to an hour to cook. And then make sure to turn it about every 15 minutes. All right, there she is, 1 hour, and it looks amazing. All right, time to sit down and enjoy some food. Is it good, Wyatt?
Mm-hmm.
As good as it is when we cook it at home?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's find out.
The noodles are cooked at least, so.
Oh yeah. It's pretty good. It's got that campfire Dutch oven flavor to it. Yep, pretty good.